What's up, brother fam? Welcome back to a brand new whip review. I am back at Audi Wesley Chapel, and today I have the pleasure to bring you the 2021 Audi SQ8. So this car is very sexy. It's very pretty much this car is outstanding. I don't have words for this car. So I'm gonna tell you the top 10 things that you need to know about this car in this video. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, so you don't miss out on any other video that I'll post in the future. And also feel free to check out the other reviews that I have on the channel. And also feel free to drop a like on this video right now if you're excited to see what this car is all about. Now, without further ado, let's get in the review. Let's ride. So this is the 2021 Audi SQ8, and as I said before, this car is very gorgeous. It has a crazy presence on the ground. This car is outstanding to me. It's one of my favorite Audi SUVs ever. So let's talk about this color real quick. So this is the Novera Blue Metallic, so it's very shiny under the sun, and just like the Daytona Gray, this is one of the typical Audi colors pretty much. So you're gonna find this color a lot, but it's a very cool color. So let's take a quick walk around this car. So to the front right here, you have HD matrix LED headlights with LED daytime running light and dynamic turn signal, and also you have the LED animations when you unlock the car or when you turn on the car. So it's very cool headlights. And you can see that it has this one shape like the number one, and you can see this on a lot of Audis, so that the headlights, they have this shape of the one, so it symbolizes the car manufacturer pretty much. So in the middle right here, you have a wide grille, so the grille is very big. It's gonna swallow a lot of air in the environment. So if you own this car, so they're gonna start taxing you for the air that you're using with this car for sure. So around the grille, you can see that it has some kind of, like, I would say, a mask or a nose. So this car is very thick. It's a thick border to the grille. So without this right here, the grille would be even wider. So this takes up some space, but it's a very cool piece of design, and it's unique to the Q8, the SQ8 and the RSQ8. And it has this matte silver finish right here. Very cool on this car. It's very gorgeous design. So the front right here, you have a lip and you have a split to cool off the radiator, just like the grille is doing as well. So on the side, just on this side and on that side, you have a little grille. Pretty much it's perforated, and it has they both have like a mini radiator at the back of them, so they're perforated to pretty much cool off that little radiator behind them. So this is how it is. So right here you have two radars for safety features, and you have the SQ8 logo right here. So the front of this car is very good looking. Now let's keep going. So to the side right here, you have 22-inch wheels. So these wheels are pretty much massive. If you think this is all you can have, you can upgrade. You can fit 23 inches on this car. That's what she says. Anyways, so you have red brake calipers right here with the S logo. So it's pretty much just gonna let you know that these are sports brake, and you need them on this car. This beast, you would need those brakes to help you stop it, because this car is very fast, a lot of power. So the rims are very nice. Audi rims are always nice, very gorgeous. So you have bicolor rims on this car, very cool. So you're gonna see a continuation of the matte silver all around the car. So on the side profile right here, you have matte silver on the mirror cap, and you have signal right here. So you have matte silver for the window frame, matte silver on top for the rack. So you can pretty much place a rack on top of the car for extra storage, or carry bike, ski, whatever you want to carry on top of the car. And at the bottom of the door, you have another matte silver seal right here. And you can see the body line on this car, so they are so pronounced, like they are very sharp. You can see them, they're popping out all over the body, and they go all around the car. So pretty much the fender right here is popping out, is pushed out a little bit, so that's why the car is very wide, and we're gonna see that in the dimensions as well. And looking at the side profile, pretty much you can see the sloping roof line. So this is an SUV coupe. This is the difference between this one and the SQ7. The SQ7 is a more family-oriented SUV, the typical SUV, but this one is the SUV coupe, pretty much with the sloping roof line. Now let's see what we have at the back. So at the back, the roof ends with a roof spoiler. So pretty much you have the sloping roof line and you have a roof spoiler, which is the continuation of the roof line as well. So the air is gonna come in and it's gonna keep going down. And you can see that the edge of the trunk also helps. It's not facing up, it's still facing down. So the air is gonna carry over all the way down. That's gonna help greatly with the aerodynamics on this car. This car is very sporty. So another cool thing that I like at the back is the fully LED tail light. So pretty much you have this LED bar in the middle. So very, very cool feature right here. That looks very modern. So one thing that you need to know is that those LED lights, they can pretty much give you this animation. Just like the front LED lights, they give you animation, these can give you the same thing too. So you have the SQ8 badge right here, 2 reflectors on each side. You have this honeycomb pattern right here. It's not perforated, probably because Audi is hiding anything that's not appealing at the back, but I guess it could be perforated just like on the R8. So going lower, you have this matte silver bar that is in line with the seals on the side and also the front lip. And you have a sporty diffuser right here, all in matte silver. Towing hook right here, 7-pin, so this car has towing capacity. And my favorite thing is that you have quad exhaust or 2 dual exhausts on this car. So you have 2 on each side and they are functional. This is the hand of truth testing them right here. So they are functional. One thing that you need to know is that they are attached, the tips are attached to the bumper. So if you hit the back of the car, all you gotta do is replace the bumper instead of replacing the entire exhaust system. So that's cost effective right here. But they are functional exhaust. The actual exhausts are a little bit further inside, but to me they sound marvelous, and you're gonna hear in a minute. Now let's keep going. So when it comes to dimension, the SQ8 is 196.6 inches long, 78.5 inches wide, and 67.2 inches tall. So you can tell that this car already has great dimension, and that's gonna play a great factor in the practicality of this car. So now let's check out the interior of this car. Right now I'm jumping into heaven. So the interior of this car is very luxurious, a lot of leather, and most importantly you have Alcantara roof lines. So this piece of material is very, very soft. You have it on the door as well. Some people say when they're stressed they can get in the car and they rub this and it relaxes them a little bit. I can see it, but we'll have to take their word for it. So you can see this great, I love this color. This interior color is very well chosen, very nice. So you have the Audi Sports bucket seat on this car with the diamond stitching on it. You can see all the stitching, very luxurious, and it's perforated as well because you have the cooled seats function in this car, but you also have heated seat, and you have the S badge on it. So those seats, those bucket seats pretty much grip you around with this pad right here, saying that you're gonna sit in one position, you're not gonna be all over the place. So great job, Audi. So you have leather armrest, but the only thing is that underneath this armrest you didn't get a lot of storage, just for your phone right here and some pens and pencils in here, nothing big. You have a little spot to put your key right there, 2 cup holders, 12-volt socket, 2 screens for the MMI, and you have leather shift knob. You have all leather steering wheel, you can see all the stitching on it, and this spot where you're holding is perforated pretty much to give you a better grip. I would expect to get flat bottom steering wheel on this car, but we get the circle one, but you have the S badge on it with this chrome piece right there. So the middle of the steering wheel pretty much look just like the grille up front. You have the Audi virtual cockpit right here, heads up display. This piece of overall the material inside this car is very, very good quality, and you have this acoustic black, pretty much gloss black right here on the panel right there, so you can pretty much see your face. It's so clear, shiny, you can see your face on it, Quattro badge on it, and you have decent sized glove box compartment right there, and you have big door bends right there. You can put a big bottle in it. Alright, now let's see how practical this car is. So pretty much right now I have the driver's seat pushed all the way back, so I can reach the brake pedal and I can reach the gas pedal. I can push it all the way, but I have to overextend my legs. So pretty much, so if you're, I am 6 feet tall, so if you're over 6 feet you're gonna have a nice time driving this car. If you're shorter, just adjust your seat. You have electric seats, just adjust them, and you're gonna have a nice driving position as well. So another thing that I forgot to mention is that you have massaging function in the seats, so it's a very cool feature right there. Now let's see how practical the back is. Here. Alright, so at the back it's pretty much the same scenario as the front. Tons of space, so I don't have to complain about leg room, knee room, head room. So you're gonna sit comfortably at the back of this car. And note that I still have the driver's seat pushed all the way back, and look at all this knee room that I have. I told you the dimension of this car really play a great factor in the practicality. There is no doubt about that. So you're gonna enjoy this car for sure. Siri is trying to tell me something, but anyways. So another cool thing about this car is that you can move the back seats forward and back. So pretty much if you need more room, so you can just adjust it however you want. So it's a good thing that you have at the back. And also there is a lever on the side. You can pretty much recline your seat however you want. So you have the power of being comfortable at the back as well. So this is a very cool feature. But the only thing is that you do not have a third row of seat in this car, just like in the SQ7 or the Q7. So this car, since it's a coupe, this is why you lose this feature in this car. The SQ7 is an SUV, is a family car, so you get 7 seats in it. But in this one, you lose some of that practicality, but still very practical in this car as well. So now let's check the back. Alright, so pretty much you get a lot of space at the back of this car as well. So look how big this trunk is. So pretty much you get 600 liters of storage at the back of this car. So you can pretty much fit an entire body. Sorry about the noise. You can take a nap at the back of this car. So much space. And if you want more space, you just gotta fold the back seats and that's it. So the back of this car is very practical. So overall, the SQ8 is very, very practical. Alright, now we are back up front to talk about the MMI system. So pretty much let me switch on the car. This is the nice welcome sound that you get from Audi. Pretty much tells you welcome to a different planet. So the infotainment system in this car is the same as the Q8, as any other Audi, like the SQ7. So you have 2 screens, one for the MMI, one for the climate control right here. So with this you can control everything in the car, and this is everything related to climate control, including the ventilated seats that I have on right now making noise in my mic. Alright, so right here you have the Audi phone box underneath this. It's a wireless charger right here for your phone, and when your phone is in there you can pretty much have better service using the antenna of the car. It's going to serve as a signal booster. And you have 2 USB-C connectivity in there, and also you have wireless Apple CarPlay inside this car. So if you want to see more details about this system, feel free to check out my Q8 review by clicking this little pop-up right here, and also any other review that I have on the channel pretty much is going to show you how to use this system right here. And on this side you have the virtual cockpit. You'll see information about the car, your media, your phone. You can make phone call from here, and navigation. And also on top right there you have the virtual cockpit. So pretty much, not the virtual cockpit, I'm sorry, this is the heads-up display. So you have like your traffic signs right there, you have the lane keeping assist on it, it's going to show you, and also your speed. And if you're using navigation, it's going to show you that as well. So if you want to see this in more details, feel free to check out the Q8 review that I have on the channel by clicking this little pop-up right there. But the most important thing I want to mention in this car is the Bang & Olufsen sound system. So you have the advanced Bang & Olufsen sound system in this car with 23 speakers and 3D sound effect. This is premium sound. Crazy. Alright, now let's check out the engine of this car. Alright, so when it comes to performance, this car, I already mentioned at the beginning, this car is a beast. So pretty much the SQ8 is powered by a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine that can produce 500 horsepower with 568 pound-feet of torque. So this car, Audi judged that it can go from 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds, but in ideal conditions you can get away with 4 flat, as many drivers have done it. What kind of sound is this? They put speakers outside of the car. Alright, so Audi judged that this car can go from 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds, but some drivers managed to get 4 flat or 3.8, 3.9 seconds. But note that this car has been tested in extreme conditions, so Audi will give you an estimate that is pretty much general and the average from all those conditions. So this engine is controlled by an 8-speed automatic gearbox, and you have 6 modes in this car. So for the Audi Drive Select, you have auto, dynamic, comfort, individual. You have all-road and off-road as well. So the fuel efficiency in this car is about 50 miles per gallon in the city and 21 on the highway. So pretty much you're gonna do a lot of stops at the gas station, and it takes 22.5 gallons of gas to fill up that thing. Whew. You need a budget, but this is the price you pay for performance. So now let's hear how the engine sounds. Alright, let's see what the SQ8 is like to drive. So right now I'm gonna kick off in comfort mode, so you can hear the engine a little bit. But let me tell you this out the gate. So this car is a perfect daily driver. So it's gonna give you the best of both worlds. So pretty much if you want a daily driver, just put the car in comfort mode. You're gonna be cruising around town very easily, riding smoothly pretty much. And another thing that you need to know is that this car has cylinder deactivation. So pretty much you're not using all V8 every single time. When you're just cruising, you're gonna be on V4 sometimes, and when you need more power, the car is gonna engage the rest of the cylinders. So this is how this system works pretty much. Very, very good thing. So that probably will save you some gas, but you don't buy a car like this to save gas pretty much. So right now I'm in comfort mode, so the car is riding smoothly. So you have 4 independent suspensions in this car, and pretty much you have rear wheel steering in this car, so they're gonna turn with the opposite direction to the wheels up front at low speed to help you, for example, around this roundabout right here, to help you in corners, in sharp corners, because the car is long, so the wheels at the back will turn in the opposite direction to the wheels up front to help you in sharp corners. And at high speed on the highway, they're gonna turn in the same direction to the wheels up front to pretty much keep the car stabilized. So right now I'm gonna take another roundabout. It's gonna take this very easily. So another thing that you expect with a big SUV like this, oh my gosh, that was magical the way it just took that corner right there. Another thing that you need to know in this car is that you have active anti-roll. So pretty much they put a little motor on the anti-roll bar up front and at the back, so pretty much that's gonna keep the car from rolling around the corner. So from a big car like this, you would expect the body roll to be terrible, but Audi brought a solution for that. So pretty much you're not gonna roll around the corners. So that anti-roll bar, that motor, is pretty much gonna push down the tire that is far away from the corner, put all the weight of the car on that tire, and pull the body of the car the opposite direction to pretty much keep the car flat and stabilized. Like it's like the car never moved. So this is a great feature, that active anti-roll. It's great solution. And on top of it, you have the quattro all-wheel drive system pretty much, and you have a rear diff that will pretty much send you out the corner pretty much, and the quattro is gonna send power to the wheel that needed the most to get you out of most situations. It's gonna give you ultimate, like, maximum traction at all time. So another thing that you have is auto leveling in the suspension. So pretty much on different modes, it's gonna adjust the height of the suspension. So if you know off-road or all-road, is gonna be the highest to give you extra ground clearance. So if you're in dynamic, for example, I'm in dynamic right now, I just put it on dynamic, it's gonna lower the car to the lowest to pretty much reduce the center of gravity. So now I'm going to try and launch this car and see how quick this car really is. Alright, so I'm gonna put it on drive, so foot on the brake, foot on the throttle. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, can you guys hear? Oh my god, that was 70 already. Oh my, this car is super quick. Could you guys? I hope you guys heard this engine sound. This was something. That was theatrical. That was phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Let's go again. Oh my gosh, this car is brutal. All that power. Oh my god, can you hear this? It's like the car is taking off every single time. Oh my gosh. And the fact that I put it on dynamic mode is pretty much adds some weight to the steering wheel, so the car is very precise. So this car is not understeering at all. So this is crazy. Alright, so that was it. We have some regulation on the road, so we have speed limit, so I'm not gonna do this again, but that was fun to try. I tried it twice. I had a little bit of road, I tried it, but wow, that was something. If you get this car, you're definitely gonna enjoy riding this car every single day. Every time you get in this car, it's gonna be like the most fun you get out your life. That's for sure. And this car is just like the SQ7, so the performance is identical, I would say. I get the same feeling that I get in the SQ7, and this is an SQ8. I wonder how the SQ8 feels like. But anyways, that would be a subject for another day. But when it comes to price, this car can start around $90,000 depending on where you're getting the car and also the package that you're getting on it. But this one is the Prestige. It has everything, like heads-up display, like the Bang & Olufsen sound system with like 23 speakers, the advanced one, like everything. This car is fully loaded, so it's costing about $117,000. When it comes to safety, this car comes with adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist, active lane keeping assist, hands-on detection steering wheel, airbags, front, knee, and overhead, blind spot assist, Audi side assist, Audi pre-sense with brake assist, top view camera, and parking system plus. Alright, the car is full of convenience features, and one of them is the keyless entry. So all you gotta do is have your key in your pocket. If you want to unlock it, just place your hand behind the handle and you unlock it just like this. It's so smooth that sometimes you don't even hear it, and you can unlock it. And another thing that you have soft closing doors, so you don't have to push it all the way, it's gonna close itself. And if you need to lock it when you get out of the car, all you gotta do is press this little sensor and you lock it just like that. Alright, the same thing goes for the trunk as well. So if you need to release the trunk or the tailgate, all you gotta do is push it, a small kick to the bumper right here, and it's gonna open. So it's all automatic, it's gonna go all the way up. You can stop it at any time using the button on the gate, and you can use the same button to bring it back down. And the same operation can be done with the key. So pretty much, you have this trunk release button on the key. All you gotta do is click it twice, and you open it. You can press the same button to stop it at any time whenever you get enough space to get whatever you want. And to bring it down, just hold it and it's gonna bring it down for you. Alright, Rider fam, thank you so much for watching this review about this 2021 Audi SQ8. So this car is a beast. This car is phenomenal, and you can see it from its performance and everything like that. So if you enjoyed this review, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Like this video right now. It's gonna help the channel tremendously and help other people see those videos. And also, if you're new, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other video that I'll post in the future, and also enjoy the other reviews that I have on the channel. So now, feel free to let me know in the comment section what you think about this car. But I think this car, to me, it's my favorite Audi SUV ever. Q8, SQ8, and RSQ8. I love these models. So I love the Sport Coupe SUV. Love that. So now, until we meet again, let's keep riding.